Minerva Mink from Animaniacs. I'd basically just do this. Just do what you did with her on the show. And I don't mean hide her away. The reason she didn't get as much screen time as all the other characters is because they thought it would be inappropriate. But they did have an episode where the Warner kids met the devil. They had an episode of Pinky and the Brain where they met the devil and sold their souls. And did an episode where Slappy Squirrel was guarding the tree from the Adam and Eve story. Yet, this character is somehow inappropriate. I could see parents taking more of an issue with the 3 examples I gave, so why not give Minerva Mink her own spin-off show? I'd essentially write it as the girl version of Johnny Bravo. I mean, the really hot woman who apparently can't land a boyfriend for some odd reason. Most likely, I would probably write it that her standards are too high, and each man she dates has at least one flaw that ends up driving her away. Also, since Johnny Bravo had little Susie, I would write in an equivalent. In this case, I would write in a Chinese dragon character who would actually be around 4 or 5 years old, who Minerva would essentially be hired to babysit. When she starts running out of income that she receives from all the men who want to date her, I'd write this dragon character as actually being independent and literally demanding that he doesn't need a babysitter. Constantly going off on his own, most likely either by force or because he's able to trick Minerva into doing something where he can just simply walk away and she'd have to get him back. I really think Warner Brothers should do this because, in all fairness, from what I've seen, any and all role models for girls on TV are 100% terrible. They are bad influences. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see this ever. One, because of the Animaniacs revival on Hulu this year, and because studios just can't get it through their heads that politics, gender politics, and political correctness do not get good ratings. Which is actually kind of hypocritical, because Animaniacs did do an entire episode essentially making fun of TV shows that put political messages into their storylines as a cheap excuse to get an Oscar.